Welcome in to people, whoever is here. Sorry, I am working on getting our guest um, to the channel. So just bear with me. Well, now it shows one person here. I mean, the one person that's here could at least say hello instead of lurking. The two people that's here could say hello now that there's two people. Y'all don't have to just lurk. Um, this has nothing to do with me. This has nothing to do with Hunter. This is strictly based on something else. And we are working. Hey, Miss B! We are working on getting this story out. I am currently waiting on my guest. There's 4 people in the house. Hey, 4 people in the house. I know one of them's Miss B. Oh, man. I mean, yeah, I come live on his channel because, it just makes it so much easier, but he does have a bigger following than I do. So we try to reach out to more people to make them more aware of what's going on. He needs to hurry up. They're brand new to this, so just bear with me as we're working on getting them situated. Let's see, where are we at? That they are, Miss B, that they are. And this is another story that needs to be put out there. It's sad when you have to sit here and realize there's so many people suffering throughout the world at the hands of CPS. And I actually looked up from 2009 to 2019, there was over 9,073,000 and some change, some odd 100 people of children that was removed from CPS in just the United States alone within a 10-year time frame. And if you divide that by 10, that's over 9,000 children a year, which is pretty shitty if you ask me. Oh, where is my guest? Where is my guest? Where is my guest? Come on. Sorry, I'm having to send the link to DSS, and DSS is trying to send it to the guest and get the guest set up so that way they know what to do. Oh, this is kind of one of those things of sometimes I wished I was right there in the middle of it all and be like, I need for you to do this so that way this will go like this. Well, we had 4 people, now we got 3, but like, seriously, okay. Whoever's in the chat, I don't care if you're a troll, I don't care if you're not a troll. The least you can do, if you're going to come in the stream and you're going to sit here and you're going to lurk, you could at least say hello so that way someone can say hello back. Like I said, this has nothing to do with myself. This has nothing to do with Hunter. This is strictly someone else and trying to get their story out there. So I would greatly appreciate it if you could at least type in the chat and acknowledge that you're here so that way someone can at least say hello and that we know that you're here, because even though you might be a troll, you care to hear this person's story and what's going on with them. Because at the end of the day, you may have somewhat of a little smidgen of a heart. Just saying. You don't always have to be a troll. Once a troll doesn't mean you're always a troll. Some people do, like, actually care. Bear with me trying to reach out to fuck DSS right now, y'all. Five people in the house. Hello. Give me a minute. I gotta make a phone call to him to see what's going on. Oh, hold on.
Hello.
Okay. So let's start off by what is your name?
So we're going to remember that this is the intro, the teaser to the story, and we're going to hold back as many things as possible to protect the case and the thing. We are going to do a full redacted version of the story to keep, some level of anonymity. However, we may introduce certain aspects of the case by the name or the region. We're not going to locate specific areas like counties or cities, unless we're describing like a police department, and we're not going to do that in the intro or the teaser. This is a teaser trailer slash type video, so anyone watching live, please feel free to stay hung on the edge of your seats, and just remember, if you have any sort of concern with my name, my subtitles, and or my particular hashtags such as F12 and 13, Free Eric Brandt,
Hashtag free Eric Brent.
Fulis, aka shit is fucked up and stuff, and or protect
Hashtag justice for Megan Walsh.
hashtag justice for Megan Walsh, and also for all of the children lost in Uvalde, Texas, and several other different instances, not just children, but innocent men and women. Please, for the love of Blob and the almighty fucking pasta monster, please hashtag protect the coward cops. Send them home for good without pay. Once again, that is hashtag protect coward cops. Send them home for good without pay. Thank you.
Hold on. Another hashtag. Hashtag NCPS corruption. There we go.
That would be good.
So we are going to sit here. This is a not for children video. This is a possibly may or may not suddenly end. We are trying to get a raw and uncut introduction to the case. We're also trying to preserve the integrity of the case and all of the protections offered under the constitutional amendments. And so, therefore, if this live ends abruptly, please do not feel alarmed or ashamed or mistaken. There is no person, fair use included, to reproduce, remanufacture, copy, and or repost this video under the fact of I said no, you do not have my consent. This is my video, this is my intellectual property as of the time of the publication. This is a live publication. And this is my disclaimer of please do not, you can share the link, but do not share the video or the contents within it, because this is a live, unfiltered show, and I would really, really, really hate for the FCC compliance laws to come after anyone about the intellectual property disclosed within this video. Thank you. Please enjoy the show. Any questions that are filtered out may or may not be done by the moderators of this channel and or the YouTube censorship algorithms. Thank you.
Isn't that great?
So, baby, I'm going to mute the mic. I'm going to show him how to mute the mic. I'm going to step away for a second, and then I will be back shortly. If you would like to ask him a couple of questions, just please remember that we're only describing names and geographical locations. We're not describing counties, cities, or actual names. If we're going to describe a name, we're going to refer to it as.
We already have his name, what he said. So I mean, that's what we're going with. So.
But we're going to go by mostly initials, kind of like we would in a redacted.
That's what I mean. You didn't have to say that. Oh my God.
No, I'm clarifying for all of those. I'm clarifying for all those out there without of the circle of knowledge that do not understand that in certain cases the government records may reflect initials instead of actual government names.
Okay.
So would y'all like to give me a little background on my situation?
Well, only you can give the background.
Would you like me to do that for your viewers?
For our viewers, listeners, and our haters.
So let's start by you can, go with what you said your name was.
I'm gonna just keep it at JD for now. I live in a coastal town in South Carolina. I have been fucked over by DSS multiple times, but the time that we're talking about right now, my name was put on a paper with the abuse and neglect, and that never happened, and I've never even seen this child.
So you've never had custody, care, or control of this child?
Ever in my life, never. Never even once talked to the kid. Ever.
Have you ever held him?
Nope.
Hugged him?
Nope.
Kissed him?
Nope.
Told them you got to love them?
Nope. I've been robbed of all that. Now he's being robbed of his childhood through careless and corrupt and disgusting foster system.
Okay, again, keep in mind that he is on paperwork for abuse and neglect
right.
of a child.
Actually, I don't know what I'm dealing with, but I can't imagine it's very good.
He has never seen this child, never hugged this child, never got to kiss this child, never got to tell this child he loves them. And CPS has added him to the case as part of the abuse and neglect of this child.
Based on hearsay from a drug addict mother, paternity has never been established, even though I've given my swab. So I don't understand that either.
So you've willingly participated in all of the engagement that they've...
Every summons that I got from DSS, I appeared at. Two summons.
Participated and cooperated with all of the demands.
I did.
Or expectations.
I went above and beyond. And I got nothing but slandered. If I had this child, I guarantee you he would not be abused nor neglected. He'd be happier, I promise. He would be. But that's not the facts right now. Maybe one day, hopefully so. The main thing is I want my son to know that I love him and care about him, and I would like to let everyone know that I'm not a child abuser nor a child neglector. I'm a good father. And it hurts, man. And it's screwed, dude.
So
I mean, all the other paperwork basically says everything else this woman says lies, but for some reason they want to believe that, by her words that I'm the father without even checking up on it. What kind of work is that? I mean, I just don't get it.
as it stands right now, as you can see, another tyranny, CPS corruption case at its finest. This man is sitting here fighting for something that he had no part in whatsoever.
Ever. My son wouldn't even recognize me if he saw me. He wouldn't even know who I am. And that's not even a lie. I wish it was, but it's not. I've never even met this kid. He's never hugged me. And he's been abused. And now he has to live with that.
But he's not been abused by you.
No, he's never seen me. How could I abuse a child that I've never even seen in my entire life? I have another child who loves me and I talk to on a regular basis. I'm not a deadbeat dad. I love my children. I care about my kids. I want the best for my kids. And if I had any say so in seeing this child, I would have tried to long ago. But the mother has made every effort possible, and over her dead body was I going to see this child, is what I was told. So that's how it's been. But yep, that's my situation, and we will see what happens, I guess.
Okay. So again, we brought this story to the light. This is something that just so happened to fall into our laps. This is another person who has been taken into the CPS system. His father has been accused of things that is not true, because the man's never even got to see his child, hug his child, love on his child, tell his child he even loves him. And yet, CPS is dragging this man through the ringer, all because he is the father of this child.
How is it okay for them to state that I'm a child abuser? What does that do to me in the public square? To my reputation? Who's going to hire a child abuser? Who even wants to be around a child abuser? I don't. It's just, it was just a little more than shocking. I'll put it to you that way. But anyway, I feel for all the other people in the struggle. I hate it, man. Best wishes. I hope everything works out for y'all, man. Miracles do happen. Not all the time, though, but sometimes. And I appreciate y'all bringing this to light. It kind of did just fall into place, and I don't know if it's like God intervening or I don't know what's going on, but if this helps me establish a relationship with my child, then I will be forever grateful, and I don't even know what to say, but we'll see what happens.
So again, this is us bringing light to CPS corruption, to end CPS corruption, to fight for these children, the ones who are taking and put into the system when they have loving parents, parents who don't abuse them, parents who would love to have a relationship with their children, but they can't. And yet they're still dragged into it. The parents' names are dragged through the mud. You know, they're tarnished. Their reputation's tarnished. It's hard for them because this man right here has a hell of a fight on his hands. And it's not going to be easy for him. But he shouldn't have to go through what he's going through, all because the mother of the child made bad choices and bad decisions that affected not only the child, but this man, JD, right here, that is speaking to y'all tonight.
I just want to add that, yes, in the past, I was a drug addict, but, you know, I've been sober for several years now, and, you know, DSS always likes to throw that at you. Even if you've been sober for 10, 20 years, it doesn't matter. You know, you're a drug addict. No, I'm sober now. And I go to get drug tested once a week at a voluntary 3-hour class that I do. So, you know, if that's a abusive parent, I don't know, man. I guess I'm an abusive parent. I go to a 3-hour parenting class every week. Yeah, it's kind of ironic, you know, but it is what it is. Not only do I get slandered, but I have to go to a 3-hour class every week for nothing.
So we hope that this brings light for everyone to understand just how CPS is, just how they do, and that more people will start taking a stand and fighting against this CPS corruption and them stealing children and placing them in foster care systems. Again, from 2009 to 2019, over 9,073,000 and something odd changed, however many hundred it said, children were placed into CPS's care into foster homes within a 10-year time frame. That's over 9,000 children a year. Do you really think that there are 9,000 families abusing children every single year? Come on, people, open your eyes.
So, of these 9,000, it was 9,000 per year?
Yeah, it's 9,000 and some change a year. It was over 9,073,000 and some change.
You know, that might be underreported because you know.
No, it is.
Yes, underreported because you know
But-
it's more than that.
But hold on. Divide that by 365. So, per day is per year. We're looking at how many kids per day?
How about how many times per day?
No, how many kids per day? That's how many times per day. It's the same question.
But
When a time per day, you can shit 3 times a day. No big deal. But how many children do you lose per day?
I don't know, but how many children are forced to do terrible things 3 times a day?
10.
I don't know. If somebody could take and kind of use a calculator, because my brain's not working at the moment and I don't have access to it because I got StreamYards pulled up, and can use the calculator and could answer that.
I think that,
9,000
Y'all slogan says it best. It doesn't matter what the division is. It basically equates to fuck DSS. I mean, the numbers, they're probably all garbage anyway. Because, you know, they're just lying to us anyway. And it's all about money. They want to adopt my son out to a loving family for probably, the mother's probably going to get paid. I mean, it's all about money. People want kids. Young kids. White kids.
Let's keep in mind, my love, maybe you can answer this one. How much do they earn per child while in the foster care system?
Okay, so just to have them in the system for the time frame that they have them in the system, $1,000 to $2,000 per child, bare minimum, per month. So
how's many you can in the smallest place and you make like 60 times that?
No, 2 to 3 kids per room, $2,000, $1,000 to $2,000.
5 to 17, right? And they all group them together, right?
There's different areas for different states. I know that there could be a 17-year-old and an 11-year-old in the same bedroom, and it would be no issue. But the thing is, what I'm saying is,
the gangs are rampant in there.
The $1,000 to $2,000 per day is per a normal kid who has no issues.
Oh, mental issues.
No.
Or
attention
issues.
deficit.
Oh, ADD.
So you get them on Ritalin.
Or Adderall.
Adderall is the
or
worst.
Vyvanse.
Those 3 right there take the $1,000 to $2,000 a month and turn it from 1 to 2 to 4 to 5.
And it also turns your 8-year-old into a speed freak zombie.
No. If they don't have what they're diagnosed with, they're a couch potato vegetable. Like they're
Lethargic. They
lethargic.
need it.
Lethargic is the word.
Just
but
like I need anxiety, they need the attention.
so
deficit.
someone that truly has ADHD
Calm
will,
them down.
so the medicines they give them will calm them down.
Calm.
If someone does not have that or diagnosed
Hypes them up.
and then mistreated with the medication, then they would get hyped up and do more erratic, unusual, irrational sort of.
Yeah, I got a brother who went through all that. Yeah.
So, but just by giving them that extra medication, $1 $30 or
Do you know
one,
my brother got done wrong by DSS too? He got sent to R&E in Colombia for 30 days and got raped by a bunch of black kids in there. Came back all fucked up, and he got taken to R&E in Colombia for 30 days for climbing underneath my grandparents' porch and refusing to come out. And the
So
police
he-
drug him out, beat him, and took him to R&E.
okay, so he made their
He's
job
like 13
hard.
years old. Yeah.
He made their
13 years
job
old.
hard and made them sweat a little
Yeah,
bit
of
more.
course. They beat him up and took him. Yeah.
So
Okay.
they physically assaulted him,
Right.
and then
That's what they
later
do.
on they just blatantly disregarded the sexual abuse that was happening to him.
Yeah. They
Okay,
knew that.
hold on, and let's not to mention, since y'all are on that discussion and everything else and stuff, but not only that, but every child that is in foster care system, the parents, until their custody is terminated from them, their rights are terminated, which should be illegal if you ask me in any way, shape, or form. But nonetheless,
As long as they can
every
progress and
child,
show that's-
every
oh,
child's parent is required to pay child support on the child. And that is an additional income because not only
also
do they get the money from the parent, but they are also given so much extra allotment per month for that child because the parent pays child support as well.
So no. They get paid for the child support that you do pay in, whether you do or don't.
Oh, they do?
They get paid the same amount. It
So
doesn't
even if
matter.
you don't pay, they get paid.
They get paid. Yes.
But then you got warrants and stuff or whatever.
No. In North Carolina,
No.
you lose license, you lose all kind of shit. Plus, they take you to jail every 30 days.
Well, I know it was some bullshit. I know that.
DSS,
But
shut up. Let me finish. No. Okay, you know how you get paid so much per month per child? When you take the parent to court as well, once they start paying child support, you get their child support, but you also get like an additional like $1,000-something a month because of the parent paying child support. That goes into the Department of Social Services, the Children and Family Services part.
So basically, it's like a big bank for crooked people to get kids
no, it's a
with.
big bank for you sell the kid to the biggest
Which is what's
pervert.
happening right now with my kid.
Did Biden ID the children he forcibly sniffed on stage
I don't know.
before he
Sniffed them?
he sniffed their hair on stage? They pulled away,
Oh,
and,
isn't that sweet?
and then he pulled them in closer and did
Yeah.
it again.
That's a nasty boy.
But hold on, no.
Maybe
Most
it's just,
popular-
maybe he's just, like demented. He's old. Nah.
There's no goddamn level of excuse for the. I've
If a
seen
kid doesn't want you
several,
to touch him, then don't touch him. Fuck it.
But the thing is, like,
They scared of 'em.
It happened repeatedly. The parents would force it on the kids. So who's more guilty, Biden or the kid?
Parents, not him.
Not Biden or
The
the
parents
kid,
want to kiss his ass, and they're giving their kids up for it.
but not the kid, but the guardian of the kid.
The parent.
But like, I mean, if you punch the president in the face because he sniffed your kid after your kid said no,
And you push your kid to let him do it, just let him stand there and let him sniff you. Both of y'all getting punched.
okay, no, hold on, yeah, that's. So
Yeah.
I've got my kid, and Biden goes to reach a.
I'll bust his ass.
You know what the consequences of that action would be, though, right?
Well, what are you gonna let him do? Take care? Well, I mean, I don't care if he looks.
No.
Hold
What
on,
happened-
I want to address a
I
question in
wouldn't do
chat.
that. I wouldn't
I want
do
to
that.
address something in chat. My two beagles, you can watch this from the beginning. I'm going to tell you his name is JD, and as you can see from the title, that's what's going on. Is there's corruption happening once again, and we are bringing light to the story that fell in our laps today. So, if you wouldn't mind hanging out, listening to the rest of what's going on. and then going back and rewatching the stream because, again, CPS is corrupt.
Mind to be, I have not been here for the entirety of it, but I would like to ask. Me and you know we see certain eye to eye on certain things we disagree on. But however, I'd like for you to give me the fair treatment and the adjustment to actually, even at 1.5 or 2 times speed, try to catch up on what's going on. I haven't been here for the entirety of it, but I've already spent 4 hours on this case.
I'll catch you up, dude.
No, hold on.
But I'll let her.
Yeah, but I've spent 4 hours on this case talking with you and filling you out.
Right.
So it's not like this is just some guy. This person.
I had the paperwork I showed you and all that.
Yeah, you did. You're currently within what is considered my domicile. So you are very, very. My children aren't here, so it's a much different domicile.
Right.
But the thing is, you are within my domicile, and we're trying to keep this somewhat private by establishing privacy.
Ask me some questions. You haven't been here. You ask me what you want to know.
Yeah. So if I could ask you if there's anything you could think that you could do better as far as to advocate for your child or children a little bit farther, better, or more, what would you think as with your current level of knowledge,
I will
how
be
would
honest.
you proceed?
I will be honest. Considering that I did the paternity and I never got anything back conclusive that he was even my child, I still had a little bit of doubt. And I still do. But I'm 90% sure he's my child. He looks just like me. Anyway, point being, I would have contacted DSS sooner instead of I didn't really put it off, but because I was basically barred from having anything to do with any of it. I didn't have any contact with the mother. I didn't have any contact with the child. I didn't have any contact with the other defendant. I don't even know who that is. And I don't care to know. I don't even talk to any of these people. This was 5 to 10 years ago when this child was born. I haven't seen this girl since. So, I mean, I've seen her once. Anyway.
Okay, so
If you want my opinion, you ask me some questions, man. You.
So would you ask, when did she ever make it known within the first 5-6 years that was your child, possibly have been your child?
Possibly, yeah.
Did you see interest in that time frame?
I tried.
Okay, so you made attempts
but
to.
There was fleeting attempts on her part. I saw her 2 or 3 times in 5 years.
Okay, so but you did pursue the interest.
I said I wanted to see my son. I said it was important.
When is the last? Okay, can you give me?
I saw her
not 5, but 3 separate times or time. Doesn't have to be the exact day and time.
Right.
But can you give me 3 separate times in which you may or may not have reached out to try to support that child?
Okay.
Or to claim responsibility?
Okay, yes. We were actually at the same hotel that we're at right now. She rented a room. I hadn't seen her in years. I had just gotten my dad's inheritance. She, got in touch with me. She got a hotel room. I sat there and talked with her all night, listened to her, for lack of a better word, delusional statements. I was starting to believe the sexual abuse part. Then I started to doubt it because of the fact that she wouldn't let the hospital examine the child. Who wouldn't let your child get examined if he was abused? It's all bullshit.
No, there's
unless she's trying to cover for her husband, dude, who's tweaking out.
I'm not disagreeing with.
I mean, I don't know what the deal is. I'll be honest.
There is certain constitutional rights that may or may not be invoked.
She told me though. She wanted money. She wanted money out of me.
Hold on, listen. There is several constitutional amendments that may be invoked that would allow what she did to have been done legally. However, it is all appealable. The problem with an appeal is, you think a regular lawyer is expensive?
Yeah, I know. They make it that way, don't they?
And then you got to pay this
court calls. Blah, blah, blah.
you got to pay the next guy, and then the judge says, "Oh, well, this is a bullshit
So
case."
10 grand for nothing. Boom, you're done.
Yep. No, you're not done.
But
That was
your
the
money's
goal.
done.
No, you're not done. But that was the goal. The goal was to financially break you.
Yeah, that way you can't do anything else.
To no longer fight it.
Yeah, you're done. Guess what you're doing? You're drinking yourself to death because you don't care about your life anymore because you're miserable and you hate yourself. I know all about it. Because guess what? There's no way to win. They don't make that quote unquote piece of American pie obtainable.
What if I told you?
So I'm left to be out on these fucking streets that people walk. I sleep on these fucking streets people walk around on every day.
What if I told you?
You can win.
Third generation.
You can win, JD.
2 out of 3 made it out.
Right.
Successfully.
Right.
So when I tell you there's a pattern established, but
you know what, I call that bullshit out of my life several months ago. I really did. I stopped smoking. I stopped doing the drugs. I stopped it all. I started going to counseling. I started going to the AA meetings. I've been going to a meeting every day, dude, up until last night. But anyway.
You missed one night.
Wow. Back. Yeah, dude.
No.
I mean, 5 out of 7 days is good enough. You don't have to be every day, but I mean, every time I go to those meetings, I get a good feeling when I leave. It doesn't matter if I heard anything. It just matters that I went.
So you believe that the good feeling comes from the education offered to you?
I believe it comes from the support.
Or do you believe in the participation and the continued fight to continue to support your child?
I believe in both, and I believe that.
So it's a little bit of good with a little bit of I want to rub some salt in it, but you know.
There's also a 30-year age difference because everybody here is like 70 years old and retired. But hey, I still go, and that shows effort because I don't have really a lot in common with millionaires that retired from these companies 20 years ago and play golf every day. But hey, I still make an effort, and I'm there, man. And I really have nothing in common, but I still talk.
So we don't have a lot in common, but we have enough in common. We're sitting here having a conversation.
Oh, we got plenty in common. I'm talking about the people meeting the 70-year-olds that have all that money.
So this is where the conversation might or might not get ended suddenly.
Right.
My name is Hunter Callahan.
Okay.
So it's Irish spelling.
HUNTERCALLHAN.
You spelled it right on the first hand.
Right.
What you may or may not have done was just violate. But with my permission, I literally express.
We're together right now, aren't we?
Yeah, we're together right now. This is all live. This is all.
I would no way in ever one shape or form try to hurt anything these people are doing. Y'all need to support these people as much as you can because, this needs to be exposed, dude. This is going on in your city, your town. It's going on in your neighborhood. And you can turn a blind eye or you can do something. But you're just as guilty as those people.
JD, I got to say, you just hit the nail right on the head because it happens every single day and they don't realize.
It happens a lot around these rich places. All these billionaires and stuff, all about it.
We do. And that's why I want to give you. This is the short introduction into your story.
I could go on and on, but we'll save that for next time.
We're going to do more with this content. There's more content to make. If you have another hour,
I do.
We will, we'll conduct a full interview in which we have the ability to, blurt out certain things where you may or may not incriminate or,
Maybe I should incriminate the people that need to be incriminated. Is that wrong?
Nope.
Is it wrong to point out a bad person?
No.
When does that become illegal?
Do they work for the government or for private individuals?
No, they work for themselves, their scummy selves, and the drugs they want. And not the kids they don't take care of. Now DSS has every kid that she ever had. All 5 of them.
Okay, so
which is not relevant in this case, I guess, but it is background.
It is extremely relevant because it is
every baby that she had tested positive for methadone, opiates, methamphetamines. I mean, I got the paperwork. It doesn't matter. I can, in the future, maybe that'll come out or whatever. But we're just talking right now.
Yeah, I know. We're just talking. This, like I said, this is the intro. This is not the full story.
Guys, if y'all could support me, man, that would be awesome because I need all the support I can get, man. Your prayers, anything. I don't want money. I just want prayers, and I just want positive shit to happen for everybody. Not just me, man.
Well, for every action in life, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
But sometimes our opposite and equal reactions don't get repaid like they should. But you know what? That's no reason to stop
They
trying.
may not get paid in the way that they should, in the way that you think. Let me ask you a question. You live through the middle of nowhere, and you've got nothing to do, no way to do it, and someone gives you $5. Yes, you gave out $50 last week, but because you're stranded today, someone gave you $5.
That means that it's kind of like karma, I would say. I mean, I believe in shit like that. But I believe that if you put it like, dude, I try when I see homeless people. If I think it's a scam, I don't do it. But if I see a real homeless person, I've brought them back to my house, dude. I brought a couple back I shouldn't have. I found out later anyway. But, you know, I feel very empathetic towards homeless people.
There's giving them the basic necessities. A case of water is what, $2.98?
Right.
So a case of water would give them.
I got such a big heart, man. I see somebody sitting on a bench and I can pick it out because I've been homeless. So I know when I see him sitting there smoking cigarette butts, I said, oh shit. And I walked over to the dude and I brought him back to my house, let him stay a night or two, and come to find out he was one of the people we're talking about fucking stopping. He was talking all kinds of sick shit, man. So anyway, I got him away from me as soon as I could.
So you know, there's a government sports sponsored corporated government man boy love association.
What the fuck?
Yeah, California's trying to pass a law to where
California.
men can sleep with boys.
How old? What does it matter? Boys.
Wait,
boys?
You think that's bad? Hold on.
How about you go to fucking Thailand and fuck a 5-year-old for $2? I mean, it's serious.
Yep.
That's where they go. The predators go there on purpose because American money's like gold. And they'll and a mother will sell her fucking 5 kids for $10 fucking. It's fucking disgusting. People shouldn't have to live like that.
What I'm saying.
Who's wrong, them or her? Both of them.
Well,
but guess what? She has no way out though.
No.
And that feeds her kids. They might fucking perish, dude. Seriously, it's like that. They're digging through trash.
My grandmother died of AIDS.
I don't care. I mean, I ain't looking down on it. I'm lucky. I don't have it.
No, I'm looking down on it because she didn't just die of AIDS. She died of hepatitis C, B.
Dude.
Like, there was so
my mom had B. I hope I don't have C. I don't have HIV. I just got tested for that, thank God. Thank God I dodged that bullet. I was worried, dude. I don't have anything. Thank God. I don't know how because I should, but I don't. And that's a miracle in itself, and that's a blessing. And that means that there's a purpose for me, dude. Otherwise, I would have been dead a long time ago. I promise you I would have. At one point, I didn't want to be here. But I want to be here now.
Please, for the love of God, don't ever mention that on a live stream again.
All right.
Mostly because they will take that the wrong way.
Well, I didn't mean here. I meant not in this town. I mean, away from this area. You know what I mean? Not like off the earth. I mean, like away from this town, away from these people. Something new, something fresh, not the same old BS, feeling like I'm trapped, sleeping in the hotel parking lot in my car, not getting anywhere, having DSS slam my ass with bullshit, you know, have no way to do anything about it until I met you.
You know how you play.
You don't back down.
You goddamn straight.
You don't act like a bitch. Stand your ground. You might get punched a couple times, but guess what? I can take a couple punches. Fuck it. I already got my teeth knocked out anyway. What the fuck does it matter now? Hit my ass.
I'm sorry.
I'm like, you do. No,
Go ahead and do it.
no, you good. You good. I promise. Nobody
So
will.
again,
But
this
anyway, I was not trying to get off track, but I'll let y'all talk for a minute.
No,
I just appreciate.
it's not gonna be us.
I know,
After
but
this live stream ends, we're gonna do an unredacted, unlive stream
okay.
so we can get your full story out there.
I don't mind putting my name. I mean, like, I have nothing
No,
to.
we're not.
I really
no,
don't have
no,
anything.
No,
I'm not gonna do that.
No, we're not gonna put your full name out
I'm
there
not gonna
yet.
do that. No, but that's how confident I am and that I'm doing the right thing. I'm not gonna do that, but I'm letting your viewers know that I'm not just saying this stuff. I'm doing it.
And I promise you, I will do the best that I can to help support you.
Well, thank you, man. That's all I can ask for. And if
But-
it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But you know what?
No,
Regardless,
there's
y'all tried.
There
If the system beats us, they beat us. But guess what? Fight the fuck out of them.
JD, what you fail to realize is we have a lot of contacts. And
Y'all
we
do.
know a lot of people.
I mean, like, I don't know what I'm getting myself into. I might, who knows? I might really get my son. That'd be good. Be better than him being adopted out for 20 grand.
Could you handle him for 2-day visits?
Yeah. My
One
mom
day
would let me
visits.
stay there. My mom would let me go to her house. Beautiful house.
One day visits.
I would want one day in the beginning, just so he's comfortable and I'm comfortable.
1 day per week, right? And then
And then once we do that for a couple months, then we'll go to maybe every weekend or every other weekend. Like that's what my dad did.
Hold on,
I
JD.
don't know. We'll worry about it.
JD,
We'll
let
I'll
me
be
talk.
lucky to get any of that.
Let me talk. So it might start out as 1-day visits, and then it might go to 2-day visits a week, and then it'll gradually increase to weekend visits, and then full home visits.
At
Like,
this point, to see him for 5 minutes would be a blessing. It'd be like, oh my God, take my breath away. I wouldn't even know what to do. If he like hugged me and was like, Dad, I'd be like, dude, I start crying. I mean, I would. That should kill me.
now, y'all
kills me.
keep in mind.
It hurts to talk about, man. It's
Yeah,
messed up. I got
y'all
robbed.
keep in
Dude.
mind. This
I got
man is
robbed.
sitting here fighting CPS
I got
corruption
robbed by both of them, dude.
because
Her
of
and
the fact
dude.
that his child is in
Are you
CPS's
good?
care, and this man has been kept away from his child since his
Really?
child was born, and he has never been able to hug his child, see his child, kiss his child, tell his child he loves them. But yet he's sitting here having to fight CPS and their allegations against him of
I'll
his
let you there
supposed
for
wrongdoing.
stretch out.
Hell yeah. Thank you, man.
Do you?
Okay, I muted y'all because y'all wouldn't shut up. Again, this man is over here fighting CPS and their corruption and their slandering of what's wrong with him and how he's a bad parent when he's never been able to see his child, hug his child, love his child, kiss his child, tell his child he even loves them because the mother has kept him away from his child. If that's not corruption, I don't know what is. So, y'all, as he said, support him, pray for him, give him well wishes, give him well vibes. Just encourage him that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Because this happens more times than one. Every day, there's children being taken from their homes, placed in the foster care system. Many are abused, many are neglected, many are sex trafficked. They are suffering. And when kids age out, the ones that are not adopted that age out, they're just thrown to the streets. I can't tell you how many TikTok videos I've seen where there's been children who were thrown to the streets, who are homeless, living in abandoned buildings because they don't give them no life skills. Many of them don't get to finish school. Many of them don't have no money. They don't have a steady job because they're bouncing from place to place to place to place to place. System after system after system, home after home. So, no, they don't get to finish their education. No, they don't get to hold down a steady job to make sure that they have income and that they're on their feet when they get released into the real world. And many of them suffer. It's not fair to the children. They're there to protect these children, right? If they're protecting these children, then why, when they turn 18 or 21 years old, they're thrown to the streets and they have to live in empty buildings and make fires and stuff to try to stay warm? They don't even have a blanket most of the time. I remember what it was like that day. And it blows my mind. It really does. But I know the pain that this man is going through. I know what he is feeling on the inside. And to be sit here and to have your name slandered by DSS when you haven't even had a chance to be a father to your child because the mother won't let you, that's wrong. They need to give this man a chance to be a father to his child. They need to allow him to be there for his child, to love on his child, to raise his child, to take care of his child. They don't need to be sitting there saying that this man abuses and neglects his child and blah, 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 because the mother chose to do drugs, chose to abandon her child, chose to keep him away from his son. That's not fair to this man. So, yeah, give him all the prayers in the world. Give him all the support.
She also chose to marry some guy who supposedly was part of the abuse. So that always, sucks. But I guess the facts will come out as things progress. I don't really even know all the facts. I'm sure if I did, I'd be crying right now, though. But I hope that he's okay. He'll be okay. If I can get him, if I can see him, he's gonna be okay, man.
I'm gonna tell you a story.
All
I got
right.
a sister. My sister's brother has a son, and the mom lost custody of her son. The dad lived in your state. The mom lived in my state.
Right.
The child was taken. They reached out to the dad and told the dad what was going on. The dad had
See, they reached out to my mom, but I wasn't allowed at her residence anymore, and so I didn't, I didn't get the messages that they claimed that they were trying to give me because I wasn't allowed on that property, and I didn't.
So you was not served properly.
I was served a trespass notice on the property where they were sending me these letters. How am I supposed to get letters on a trespass notice on a property?
Hopefully, isn't it?
Where I have to have the police come.
No.
Well, I got them. That's all that matters.
That's what protects you when you go there. But you have the right to public easement. So if you have mail in the mailbox and your mother,
my mom's not that evil. She wants to help me, but she wants to know that this is my son with paternity. And if she knew that, she might help. And she told us that.
That doesn't matter what she said or did. Unless it is provable. The problem is if you have a fucking letter of evidence in her mailbox, you have the right to check the mailbox. It's your name.
My mom would help me with this child if we could get the paternity established and some support and just get everything right. I'm not money hungry. I'm not out for anything but to get my name cleared because I don't know anything about any of that they're talking about, and I'm glad I don't because I'd probably have a mental breakdown anyway. But I just want time with my son so he can get to know me and know that he did have a father that was thinking about him, because I was thinking about him.
You may not have been in the best position to help him, but you were thinking about it. It hurt you.
Yeah.
Undescribable emotional pain.
She wanted to blackmail me and try to make me pay her thousands of dollars to get a visit with my son. It's like, no.
Notice they will
they'll manipulate any situation.
Yes, they'll manipulate it. But they'll say, oh well, you're this, that, and third, and so on, so we need this, that, and third, and the proof.
You know what they said? You've never done anything. You've never. Well, guess what? You've never given me the chance. And guess what? I don't even know where you exist. I don't know anything about you.
Show up to one court date one time, and you
I've
assert.
shown up to 2. But the paternity, twice. She didn't show up either one. And she's not going to show up this time for TPR. She won't even be there while her kids are freaking getting taken away.
Whoa.
You all right, man?
Fuck,
You okay, dude? It's that thing.
fuck this guy. No, she won't show up to the TV.
No, she won't.
No, you be there.
I will. She won't.
No.
You come with me.
I can't guarantee that I'll be there.
I'll be there.
You be there from fucking goddamn crack of dawn when the first case happens to the end. If they mention your name, your child's name, or initials, you hello, I think I have a party to this case, and I'd like to fucking put my input.
Oh, I'll plan on it.
Hey, JD, I got a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so y'all are at the point of the TPR stage from what you just said.
Right.
Okay,
And
the last two.
They're trying to
Hold on.
TPR me.
Hold on, the last 2 court dates, have they asked you to do anything at all? Any classes, anything of that nature?
No, but I've been doing them on my own because I'm trying to better myself and become a better person for me and my children.
So there's no court order for you to do them, but you are actively seeking the fucking.
Right,
Which you would assume they are already.
I'm doing 12 hours a month of basically what mandated people have to do at Drug and Alcohol Commission, which is like a something that you have to do for probation and parole, basically. But I'm doing it voluntarily, and you know, I went to the father. Yes.
One more question. Do you have a lawyer in this case?
No, I don't.
You what?
Okay, and you've been there. You've been to how many court dates? You've been to 2, and you haven't been given a lawyer?
I've been to the where I did the swab, and one time before that, and no, I was never assigned an attorney.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Next time you go to the court date, you speak up and tell them you want a court-appointed counsel.
I have the paperwork for that right now.
But you're not supposed to fill out no paperwork. They're supposed to give you that lawyer that same
You know
day.
what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna walk up into I'm gonna walk up into the public defender's office, and I'm gonna tell him I want Axelrod, which is who I've had every time I've had a case, and I'm gonna get him, and he's gonna win.
You can't do that.
They did last time.
Hold on, no. You need to FOIA request all of the documents you have signed. It is
I haven't signed anything.
That helps you immensely.
I never signed shit. Never in my life.
But what I was going to say is,
ever.
You need to FOIA request all video and audio evidence, any recordings they have pertaining to the subject.
I don't have anything.
You tell them. Okay, so we're going to say for the points of this example,
right?
It happened from January 1st to June of 2000.
It's all in the
documents. 20. What year are we in now? 2020, 2023.
Say January to June of 2021.
Okay.
Supposedly the abuse has been going on for 7 years. Supposedly he's been firm with cigarettes.
But what you will do is you will FOIA all the records. They will be like, oh, we can give you these records, but by the way, it's going to be 99% redacted. And then you point out the fact that, oh, by the way, you have no expectation of privacy in the right of your, or in the course of your public duties.
Yeah. The mother of the child told me that the dude that she was with basically put a cigarette butt on my son and let it burn all the way down and burn his arm all the way down with the cigarette. Let the whole cigarette burn down his arm.
So, people, keep in mind that this man has been to 2 court dates already. This man has not been given court-appointed counsel like he's supposed to. When in family court, you are supposed to be given court-appointed counsel. He has yet to be given that. They have not asked him to start any classes or do any programs or anything, which typically they do. And this man,
they don't care about me. They want me to disappear because they want to TPR me because they think I'm a piece of shit, just like everybody else involved in this case, and I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm not calling anyone names, but
No,
by your
hold on.
actions.
Let me explain to you.
Can you do that?
Grab you what you want. So a TPR is
criminal law.
a temporary and or permanent.
No, she's getting permanent.
No. It's a temporary and or permanent restriction of rights.
Hold on, JD. Listen, we know what we're talking about here, okay? A TPR can always turn around. So just stop and listen to it, okay?
After that, the whole can can go to the floor. I don't care.
I got it.
No, you're good. Just don't put it about the floor.
Mm-mm. Well, look,
Even though they ask for a TPR, that does not mean that the TPR will completely be followed through. But your next court date, you definitely need to tell them you want a lawyer and then tell them that you want to be able to have the right to visit your child and tell them you also want the right to be able to start working towards getting your child placed with you.
Okay, so the second they screw you, that resets the clock.
okay, well,
No, that resets the clock, not on the time
they're
limit.
going to portray me as a drug addict.
As long as your test come back clean, it does not matter what they are going to portray you as. Your drug tests that are clean will show a different story. Can I explain to him why that is? Hello? Hello? What the hell happened? I think we're having technical difficulties on their end. Okay. I don't know what happened. So I don't know who all's still here, who's watching. I know it says there's 6 in chat. So with the 6 people who's here, gladly comment and let me know. No? Y'all don't want to comment? I don't know if Ohio Steve and Eric is still in here. Apparently that wasn't the real Miss B, according to Ohio Steve. So I don't know if my 2 Beagles is still in here or not. I guess I'm in the live stream just due to the fact that I don't know what happened on their end. He may have not had his phone on the charger. It could be dead. And I don't want to hold everybody up here. Okay, so Ohio Steve's still here. The Miss B in the house is here. That apparently is not the real Miss B. Yeah, Miss B's in the house. Yeah. I don't think that is Miss B at all. So whoever you are, that is the troll that's acting as Miss B. I mean, at least you were not rude and, trolling-ish and whatnot. I'm real mommy. We'll find out later if you the real Miss B. Not saying you ain't, not saying you are, I promise. I'm just saying, I talk to Miss B on a regular, so if it's a real Miss B, I know it's you. But, like I said, even if it ain't, at least they didn't act like a damn troll. But, I mean, I don't know either because I'm on Hunter's and I'm not on mine. And normally I can be on mine because I'm a moderator at Hunter's channel and I could click and go to the channel and see if it's the real person or not. But I'm going to trust it's the real Miss B because Miss B's cool anyway. So Miss B's the shit, y'all. I'm telling you. Me and Miss B have a lot of fun. But again, I'm in the live stream. I don't know what happened. I appreciate the ones of y'all that stuck around to, listen and see what's going on. And y'all got to remember, this is happening every day. And it's happening more times than we can count. I don't know if a lot of y'all know or not. Again, Megan Walsh, John Walsh's daughter, John Walsh, of many of you know, as the host of America's Most Wanted. There's a lot going on with that story. So watch out. Punished for Protecting. And you will see scroll down and look for the video of Adam Walsh and watch that one for yourself. And then go to American Amy's channel and watch the video she posted where Megan Walsh's 5-day-old baby at the time, Esther, was taken from her because of John and Reve Walsh. And y'all will understand more of why Megan Walsh is fighting CPS, not only for Esther, but she has 3 other children that she's been fighting for over a year. It's not been in the news. It's not been publicized. They're trying to keep it quiet under the wraps, because Megan's crazy and her conspiracy theories and blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to just put it point blank because I did it on my live stream. Punished for Protecting did a stream about a person named Adam Walsh who claims that he is the real Adam Walsh. That apparently there was a DNA test done between him and John. And of course, just like with this guy, they lost John's DNA to compare it to Adam's. Adam said he was put in sex trafficking. He was abused. Every time he tried to say he was Adam and not George Michael, like they had him under the name, that they would threaten him and they actually would kill other children and stuff that was with him. Medical evidence has been proven that he has the exact same health conditions that the original Adam J., which stands for John, Adam John Walsh had. He has a medical piece of mail that is addressed to Adam J. Walsh. It's been 40-something years. He wants to be with his family. Megan Walsh started asking questions about this when she came across it. And John and Reve got into a big old fight with Megan, and they had her kids taken. This stuff like that needs to be exposed, man. Because back then there wasn't DNA. Back then they wasn't 100% sure if it was Adam's head that they truly found. If y'all do the research, because the child's head that was found, the teeth had grown back. Adam had 2 front teeth missing. This is research y'all really need to do and really need to look at. And yes, Miss B, if you watch the video on Punished for Protecting on YouTube, you will see a video and you'll see the guy and you can compare the pictures. You can see the medical mail where it has Adam J. Walsh as the name. He had the exact same health conditions that Adam had when Adam was supposedly abducted and killed. And he's been threatened. People's been hurt. And he even said it. He's like, I've wanted to come out for years. He's like, but every time somebody's always been hurt or killed, he's been so scared. And it's been hard for him. He's suffered, stabs, being shot, all kinds of different things has happened to him. All he wants is his family back. He wants a family. And it's pretty sad that the boy said, well, he's a man now, sorry. But he said that he missed John more than he did Reve. And you'll hear more of the story about what happened the day that he went abducted. And, like how John picked him up and his mama up, and John went to work and him and his mom went to the mall, and basically what happened that day. And oh, are you gonna? Okay, so
Okay, so we're here. I'm not sure where the last broadcast ended, where it separated, but all of a sudden we was not here. So we're taking current precautions. Our guest speaker will be here short momentarily.
right now I'm just talking about Megan and Adam right now. So I mean,
go ahead. I will mute my microphone. I will listen. But like I said, thank you for covering the whole intermission, because we was talking and then all of a sudden shit happened.
yeah, I didn't know what happened either. So, but anyways, as I was saying, the Walmart code Adam. I don't know. A lot of people still believe that Adam is deceased. Like I said, this is something only you can judge based on what's put out there. That's why I'm telling you, go to Punish for Protecting. It's punished the number 4, then protecting, and it'll pull up like Punished and Free No More or something. That's the new channel name, but I remember it as Punished and for Protecting. And click on it, scroll down, you'll see the interview. Just watch it, then go to American Amy's channel, watch the raw camera footage from the police officer's body cam. So it's not going to show what's happened inside the house, but it will show what kind of happened outside of the home that day. Um, he did mute a lot to where audio wasn't picked up, especially during a lot of the phone calls, which kind of pissed me off. And you can see basically what they done. And there's other videos out there of inside the home when they actually went in to remove baby Esther from her. Um, you can also check out, I don't know if any of y'all have Facebook, but check out Francesca Armato on Facebook and watch her videos, because she does a lot of interviews with Megan Walsh, or CPS News Network. Again, that's another one that does a lot of the coverage on the whole Megan Walsh and what's going on. But y'all y'all have to open your eyes, because I mean, the guy literally sit there and told her they don't have to show no warrant to remove a child. Why is it okay for a person to come in, a police officer to just come into a home and remove a child without having to show a warrant? I mean, most of the time when there's a warrant out for a person's arrest, when they arrest the person gets the warrant. So why is it not the same when they remove a child from a home? What kind of logical sense does that make? And then they're talking about they had other plans for the day, and they were in a rush and they wanted to ram the door down because Megan's upset because they're trying to take her child from her. What parent wouldn't be that actually loves their child and cares about their child? I mean, these things need to be brought to the light. So that's why we're here. That's why, we won't stop until CPS corruption is ended, because it's not right. Poor old Adam Walsh, Megan Walsh, I mean, this guy that JD that's going through this now. I mean, do y'all really think that these things are fair? 9 million kids in 10 years removed from homes. Do you really believe that there was 9 million people who abused and neglected their children in America? I mean, what about these parents that's out here losing their children now because their jobs shut down due to the coronavirus? A lot of people got stimulus checks, yes, but them stimulus checks only went so far. Their savings only went so far. And they started struggling, and it was hard for them. And according to CPS, it's abuse and neglect because, they couldn't keep their power on, or, they couldn't afford to pay their mortgage payments, and they lost their home and they had to sleep in their car and stuff. I mean, how is that fair to them? A lot of children were removed due to the whole coronavirus incident. How is that fair? Because the parents struggled, because jobs closed down, they lost their car, they lost their job, they lost their home. I mean, some of them were still making car payments, so they lost their car. How are they going to get back and forth to work? I mean, it's damn near impossible. Daycare is closed down. Who are they going to get to watch their kids so they can work? I mean, how how does this make sense, people? If you open your eyes and realize, and you look more into the research and actually study these things, I don't know if a lot of y'all know, CPS was an entity created by the United Nations. CPS in the United States, yes, is totally different from some of the other countries. They're there to protect these children in all countries nonetheless, right? There was one country I came across where they still done honor killings, where if the child, brought dishonor to their family, they could stone the child to death to bring honor back to their family. How's that protecting the child? And then number two, another country, I forgot what the country was. The doctor, if your child has a birth defect or something and the mother's pregnant with the child, the doctor can terminate the pregnancy. I mean, it could just be, a disformed leg, a disformed arm, or whatever, disformed hand. The doctor can terminate the pregnancy, and there's nothing that the parents can do about it. How is that protecting the child? Put a battery in your smoke alarm that can save your life. Actually, we have like 5 smoke alarms in our home. That's just one to where it's kind of like going out. So I need to take and actually remove it. But yeah, we have multiple smoke alarms in our home. Trust me. Once you go through one fire, you tend to use a lot of smoke alarms in your home. There's one in damn near every room. One, two, yeah, three. So far, I'm just sitting in my living room and I see 3. So yeah. So, but thanks for that tidbit of information. I promise you, we have working ones. And I actually got a brand new one sitting up on the shelf. I hear one chirping. At first, I thought it was mine. No, nope, it's mine. I don't know why. That one just likes to chirp for some other reason, and it's not that the batteries are bad or anything. It's really not. It just randomly chirps. It's got a mind of its own. So, but I want y'all to understand, when we say that CPS is corrupt and people think, oh, blah, 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 bullshit, they want to talk shit about me and Hunter and everything else. It's not the fact of me and Hunter. It's the fact of the knowledge that we have of what exactly is going on, and just how many people have suffered at CPS's corruption. I don't know if many of y'all know this. One of Hunter's first videos he ever did not many people probably have taken the time to go watch it, was of how old was the child, my love? Okay, well he muted. Anyways, one of Hunter's first videos was of a child who went missing. In South Carolina at the hands of CPS. The parents had went to go visit the child or something. I don't exactly remember how it had happened, but nonetheless, the parents wasn't notified of the child missing till the day that they went to CPS, and there was no report that had been made of the child being missing. And the parents were hysterical because it's very vital that a report is made when a child goes up missing, and the child was missing. And CPS didn't even take the time to make a report on this missing child. But yet they are supposed to be able to protect the child, but they don't even care to inform, about a missing child. A lot of a lot of children. Let me put it to you this way. John Walsh said 88% of children who end up in sex trafficking comes from foster homes or CPS. I mean, the person who hosted America's Most Wanted helped start the Missing and Exploited Children program. Says 88% of children who end up in sex trafficking come from foster homes and CPS. But this is the same man who Megan Walsh has to fight for her kids. And might I add to y'all that the first 3 children, they have. But this last child that they had removed from her, they denied to their home. This child was placed in foster home. I mean, what kind of sense does that make? Why take 3 of your grandchildren but not the 4th one? Does that not raise a flag somewhere in somebody's mind? Why would you only want 3 out of 4? Why would you deny the 4th one? But yet he said 88% of children in foster care are sex trafficked. It's one of those things that it's hard to understand unless it's something you've actually been through. I wouldn't wish it on nobody, not even my worst enemy. I really wouldn't. Because yes, the parents suffer, but at the end of the day, the children suffer more. Because you go to a strange home, a lot of parents, the foster homes are abusive. They don't fully care. They don't fully love the child, and the child suffers. They really do. And it's not fair to the child. I remember one case where they took the child because the mother was in a wheelchair and the dad smoked marijuana. And they felt like the mother couldn't take care of the child because of her being in the wheelchair, and the dad couldn't take care of the child because he smoked marijuana. And they placed the child in the foster home. And the woman's boyfriend was a recovering crack addict. So you tell me how it's all right to take a child from a mother who's in a wheelchair and a father who smokes marijuana, but to place the child in a home where the foster mother's boyfriend is a recovering crack addict. And what do y'all think happened? That child suffered. That child was injured. And that child was killed. because the man who was the recovering crack addict relapsed and put that child through torture. So those two parents who loved that child dearly lost one of the most precious things in the world that belonged to them. Another case is Erica Parsons. I don't know if a lot of y'all know who Erica Parsons is, if it made y'all's headline news or not. Erica Parsons was here in North Carolina. Her foster parents had been drawing a check off of her for over 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. One day, her foster brother, which was their biological son, was like, hey, somebody needs to do something because she's been missing for years. You know, nobody's came out from the CPS system to check on this child or anything like that. And they didn't even realize she was missing because they had not come out to check on her to make sure she was okay or nothing. And for 2 years, they sit there and drew a check for this little girl. But they killed her. And nobody knew it for over 2 years until the foster brother of hers finally spoke up to let them know that somebody needs to do something. So for 2 years, this child didn't show up to school. For 2 years, this child was missing, never went to a doctor's appointment, no dentist appointment. DSS never come out to check out on this child who was in this foster home. None of that. And in 2 years' time, nobody noticed she was gone. Shit is like really fucked up in the world, and it's people like us who stand out to speak up on this type of stuff to bring more awareness, because a lot of people are blind and don't know it. Hunter! Hunter! Did you fall asleep? Hunter!
No, 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 no. I did not fall asleep. We've had several conversations in the past few minutes while you have been talking. Not saying we're ignoring you, but this is his debut. I want him to present the facts as they are, not allegations, not suspicions. The facts as they are. So I muted my fucking microphone, and I am sorry.
Well, I mean, I know we were supposed to end this at one point in time so that way you can do an unraw, unedited thing. And I mean, are we done with his debut?
We are not currently done with his debut. This is a live recording. This is not perfect editing. We're going to give him his live debut. I'm going to alert him to the certain dangers of, you know, his name, his whatever, so forth and so on. But other than that, if you can like stall for like 2 to 5 minutes, I will give him enough pep talk, and maybe I'm done.
Okay. Okay. I'll stall for 2 to 5 minutes. Okay. Got you. So y'all, I gotta stall for 2 to 5 minutes. Let's see what. Sorry, I'm not used to being up at my crack of daylight at, you know, whatever time in the morning. Oh, damn. I didn't realize what time it was. Anyways, so what day are we on? It's Friday. It's June 24th. And we've been live for an hour and 31 minutes. Again, we are introducing you to a person who has also been a victim of CPS corruption. We try to bring these stories out when possible, to let everyone know, that they're not alone. There's many other people who go through this and who have to suffer for something that they didn't do. I will say this as a parent. I ask that this upcoming week that you please pray for, multiple reasons. I don't want to go into full-blown details, but just pray for good news, that everything, works out, everything's okay. That's one thing I will ask of y'all to do, to pray. And also, what the hell is all y'all's plans for the 4th of July? I mean, here it is. We went from 7 people to 3 people. Man, I'm boring, ain't I? So 3 people in chat. Tell me what your plans is for the 4th of July. What y'all got planned? Fireworks, swimming pool, cookout, going to the mountains, going to the beach. I mean, family, friends. What you got going on? I don't know exactly what I got planned for the 4th of July yet, but we do have a yearly thing that we do. And since the July 4th's on a Monday, I get a whole weekend and then the weekday that I'm going to make plans. So I'm going to have a 4-day 4th of July weekend. Woo-wee. So who and all is still in here? And what y'all got planned for 4th of July? I got to stall. I don't know how many minutes it's been, but I'm stalling the hell out like I can. I'm trying to sputter and then stall out and get back into gear, okay? So come on, help me out here. Oh man. And Miss B, you're right. CPS is corrupting the world. In Ohio, Steve, I'm assuming that from your name you're in Ohio, and that I see you said CPS in your town is corrupt as well. CPS all over the United States is corrupt. I don't know what the entities are called in other countries, but I do know that in the United States, the fact that they even told Megan Walsh they didn't need to show her a warrant to remove her child. Wouldn't that be considered kidnapping? If a cop comes to your house to remove your child and tells you they don't need to provide you with a warrant to remove your child, it should not be considered kidnapping. And I mean, I'm asking this in all honesty. In your opinions, what would you consider that? If a cop tells you they don't need a warrant to remove a child from your home, what would you consider that? In my eyes, that's kidnapping. I mean, especially when you get a warrant that's dated after the child is removed.
Okay, so hey baby, So if you document a warrant or a notification, certification, whatever, that was post-dated, that is immediately conspiracy. But I would like to lay open, bare, and my floor a person that I met throughout my travels. I would like to tell the truth to the best that they can. Now, baby, if I ask you for one favor for this entire thing, I'd ask that you keep true to that because of the sensitivity of the nature of which the allegations may or may not involve.
Hold on, you cut out. What am I keeping true to?
You're keeping your finger close to the button. 20 minutes is good enough? 25, 30? Good enough?
More than good enough.
Okay. So for the next 20 minutes to 30 minutes, can you keep your finger on the button in case there is something that comes awry? A situation that we don't have no control of. We don't, blah, blah, blah. Can you do that?
I mean, yeah. Besides the fact that I might light me a cigarette in that 20 to 30 minutes, yeah.
I'm getting ready to smoke me 2 or 3. All right. So, my name is Hunter Callahan. I am a second generation foster care survivor. I have witnessed
Baby, you're
the third
super cutting
generation
in
of
and
foster care survivor. Now you see why, like, sometimes it's like live work.
Can you repeat that? Hunter,
Yes, I can
repeat
hear
that.
you. We're clearly.
Can you
We're
repeat that?
clearly
Because
involved.
you cut out.
Yes. We are currently involved and investigating a current situation.
That's not what I was talking about, but okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes. I wanted you to repeat your introduction.
Okay, so more of an introduction is I have recently been informed of a case in which there is multiple allegations, and I hate to say this, and I hate to bring this up, but I have some sort of suspicion that there is mixed race children involved. And
Really?
oh my God. Yes, no, really. It is all mixed race children, not a single one white on white parent. And I'm currently doing some digging and investigation. I'm going to mute my microphone, but I have some very expletive, extreme redress of government that I would wish to impart upon some not unsuspecting victims. However, they willingly, knowingly, and constitutionally signed up for the right to the redress. So I can say, fuck this, fuck that, their mother, the left mother, their right mother, their left nut, right nut, whatever. And it's all perfectly legal. But I may or may not take a time or two out of this broadcast. This broadcast may or may not be edited. But just so you know, this is probably the very end of this broadcast. We have other tips and allegations to investigate within less than 3/4 of a mile. So, I mean, I'm a very busy man tonight. If you would like to, include me in an email and or, a notification or whatever, please feel free to do so. Mommy Vinny, you know you are very well welcome to call me and talk to me at all points in time, all of the fucking situations. But I currently have a case that I would legitimately give up thousands of dollars just to fucking be a part of, just to prove the government is a piece of shit.
Okay, so on that note, everybody, I'm going to end this live stream. I'm going to call DSS and we are going to discuss this even more into detail. Even I don't know all of the details. As many of you know, as y'all can see, the person is with Hunter at the moment, so I don't even have all of the details of this case. And just
No, no,
again,
no, 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 no. You don't have all the details of the case. I am currently investigating the story. I received the story in the last half hour, and I'm going to
oh,
explore it fully. I am going to explore it fully, document all of it. I may or may not release unredacted and or redacted versions and or copies of this production. Damn, I cannot think of the word for the life of me right now. But either way,
but yeah,
reproduction. Yes.
everyone that's here, the 4 people that's still in stream, I do appreciate y'all being here. Well, there's 5 of you, but I appreciate y'all being here. I'm going to end this live stream now. As y'all know, for the ones who want to know, go back and watch the live stream, to get an idea of what's going on. Oh, damn, we just jumped up to 7. But yeah, so I appreciate all of y'all being here, taking the time to listen to this man's story. As he said, keep him in his prayers. Hey, Lion One. Good to see you. I'm just getting off of here. I'm getting ready to call Hunter. So, but again, he said keep him in his prayers. That everything works out. And um, again, we've been on almost 2 hours. I do appreciate y'all being here, listening to his story, giving him a platform to be a voice, and to have people who actually care to listen and that's been here this whole time. Thank y'all. Have a good night. And we will talk to y'all later.
I'm glad that other